All right.
Jason, do you want to read the intro this time?
I do not.
Are you sure?
And I've
You have something to say in banter?
purged all my gas.
Oh, good. Good.
Very good.
Let's do it.
Ready? Okie doke. What are you to do when you're the court's main magician and an evil sorceress abducts your king and his faithful knights? Scour the timeline for new champions, of course, but where to look? Extreme times call for extreme measures, and that can only mean one time in one group. The Extreme 90s and a multicultural team of conveniently named football players. Hi, my name is Derek J. Hoover, and this is the story of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice on Yesterdaze.
Hi, Derek J. Hoover.
Hey, Jason M. Tosher. How you doing, buddy?
R. Wyckoff.
The M stands for M.
The R stands for, well, we can't say it on the show.
Do you know what I thought the M stood for?
Knock it off with that fucking word.
Mary.
Jack A?
Ooh. Give me a little bit of that horny
Can we get I tried getting her on Twitter and she hasn't responded, so I'm going to need you to put the work in for us to get Jack A on the show.
Have any of the three of us ever been as horny as the character of Jack A? I would argue no.
I don't know. I've never been in the same room with her, so I can't say for sure.
She's on Twitter. I had a show where I would tweet people to try to get to talk to them and do interviews.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, like a year after I had tweeted someone got back to me and was like, "I'll do an interview if you want." And I was like,
I was
like, I don't fucking do the show anymore. I did it for 8 years.
Yeah.
So like, there is a possibility. Don't ever count Jack A out that she might contact you.
You never know.
I'm going to look it up.
You never know.
Was that a sexual awakening at all for you, Derek, at Jack A?
She was part of it.
Like, you see a lot of attractive young ladies when you're young. You're like, oh my God, that's what I think sexy is. But Jack A was like, I'm horny. She wasn't like flashing her shit all over town, but she was like, I am horny.
Yeah,
I want a man on top of me.
She was thirsty, man. She was
She
just
hasn't
like,
posted since Christmas
Mama
Eve.
want it.
And she put Merry Christmas.
Merry.
No,
and she spelled it with an A.
No, she did not.
She did too.
That is the greatest thing ever. God, she is still just gorgeous.
She's kind of a babe.
She is just gorgeous.
She said she hopes my holiday is filled with absolute joy and love. And I was like, hey, Jackie, I wish your holiday was filled with Jason.
Hey now.
Folks, welcome to another saucy episode of Yesterdaze. I am your host, Derek J. Hoover, and I am joined by Dustin R. Wyckoff, Jason M. Tosher. Gentlemen.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
69, dudes! Well, there's your problem right there, Vern.
Hey, Willie.
Goonies never say die!
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I?
And knowing is half the battle.
Autobots, roll out. Thunder! Thundercat!
Gordon's alive!
Oh, yeah!
It only takes a spark. It only takes a spark to start.
How we doing?
I am feeling good.
Yeah.
And I am trying to respect boundaries.
I appreciate
It's not
that.
my job on this show.
No, it's not
I'll
your job.
respect them in post.
See, that's the magic you get to have. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, well, I'm going to take this out.
Jason gets to poke the bear during the show, and then I poke the bear in post. I get to have my fun, and it's a mic drop.
As much control as Derek wants over the show while recording, truly it is Dustin who is God.
At the end of the day, I'm merely,
Bow before me.
I'm kneel before Zod, son of Jor-El. I'm merely a conduit. I'm Jesus and he's God.
You are Jesus Christ.
But I got the long hair.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are both Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're Holy Trinity.
Who's that whore from the Bible? Mary Magdalene? That's me.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of
Watch my feet.
I'm doing a lot of fucking and sucking. That's me.
Yeah, you trashy. Fucking and thucking. Pulling on dicks like ripcord.
Hey!
Looking for a good time. You know, I do want to ask this. I do want to ask this question because you're like, I'm respecting boundaries and Derek has all this control and you say it's all in an effort to make me a better podcaster. What do you mean by that? Not that I'm beyond reproach.
You're
and
talking
not
to me.
I'm talking directly to you.
So I will abstain.
Okay. You were going to do it anyway. I can't believe you even said that much. No,
Yeah.
I like to...
Thanks for Can we take a minute and thank Dustin for abstaining?
This is what
Mighty whitey.
This is what I'll say. Dustin and I do another show called
You do?
Radio Rewind.
I've been there.
And it's Dustin and I, and for 2 full years, we had a guy named Kevin Clark on the show.
Yeah.
And I think that Dustin and I are very similar in some of our cadences and our references and our knowledge. And like,
Yes.
with Kevin leaving that show, I do not think that Radio Rewind would be good with just Dustin and myself doing the talking. We need to have a third and preferably a fourth person to the mix. That's what I think.
And we've done that. Hi, Grace.
And we have done that since very well. So what I think is when I'm swatting at the beehive or whatever you call it, or like giving you the business during the show, it is in an effort not to make you necessarily a better podcaster, but to make the show more interesting.
I try to make you a better podcaster.
We need to have turmoil. We need to have a catfish in the mix to shake shit up.
There's that term again, catfish. Now I'm used to that being good eating when lightly battered with a bit of
No,
lemon.
it could be somebody that's a dude pretending to be a lady.
Well, and
I know that in the MTV sense.
Yeah.
But
Well, before that, before the MTV show, there was a movie called Catfish.
It is the same guy.
That's how that guy got that MTV show.
Yeah.
And
sure,
in
but
that,
what do you
got
mean
duped.
by that?
I will tell you right now. I was just
Thank you
about to
very
tell
much.
In that movie, in the Catfish film, it was like a cheap indie film that got a lot of heat.
I was going to
saw
say
it.
it
I
was
saw it.
it was like indie or was it mumblecore? Did it fall under the mumblecore thing?
Oh,
I don't know.
there were no Duplass brothers involved.
Okay. Are they the only two doing
Yes,
mumblecore? Are
I
they
think
trying
so.
to make fetch happen? Because
That's funny. That's funny. In the movie Catfish, they do talk about how they I think the Chinese would capture a lot of fish and they would take it across the sea, but when they got to the other side of the ocean, the fish would all be mush because they lived in this tank and there was nothing going on, and they just they atrophied and just kind of like literally melted apart.
You
It's
want a
disgusting.
thick, muscly catfish.
And so what they did is they would put a catfish in there to rile up the rest of the fish in there to keep them viable, making their journey across the ocean to be sold in another place.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, he's the catfish that's going to fuck shit up.
Okay.
Well, I never do it with any malice, of course. I do it in an attempt to
He's
make...
going to fuck shit up with
you
love.
know that I don't. I'm not actively trying to tear you down. You're giving me a stink face.
You sure about that? That's not steak face.
He's
That's
holding
sure
in a
about you.
fart.
Sure about that steak face?
I've
seen that face.
I am the devil's advocate to make the show more interesting. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all that I want. I want to produce a good product. I want Derek to be happy with this show.
We are the product.
We are the product, and if I can
That is how I sold it to you.
and if I can bat it a little bit, shake shit up a little bit. Let's do it, because no one wants to hear you just read shit.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear you. I don't know what you fucking
Drop
do on this
house
show.
mixes.
Yeah, no one wants to hear house.
Solely house mixes
It takes-
of what was that network in Wilford Brimley?
It takes 3 different.
You found the
things
monkeys.
Found the monkeys.
Working kind of in some sense at odds with each other.
human being. God damn it!
Anyway, that's what I see my role
Okay,
as.
fair enough.
I
enough.
never do it as malice. I think you know that I love you.
I know you do. No, legitimately.
I don't like it when mom and dad fight.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, sport.
I'm going to have to console myself in some cartoons.
Some cartoons.
Maybe King Arthur themed.
You know what? We're gonna talk about that today. That is what we're gathered here for. But gents, any new things to report? Any things as Kevin would say, this is the banter portion. And speaking of Kevin, how is his fucking ankle?
Well, we talked about it recently on Radio Rewind. He broke his ankle.
Yes. But how is he not? Has he?
He was on this
'cause
show.
Last I heard,
He was on the X-Men episode.
He was on X-Men.
That was a while ago.
And last I heard, he was going to have to get a metal plate Is that still in
Yeah,
play?
he's gonna be like Pete's mom.
But with his foot.
You're talking about the Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
We're recording on a Monday.
Yes.
Tomorrow he will have surgery on his leg.
Damn. Okay, I'll check in with him.
They're gonna dig the screws in.
Oh man, that's not
All
gonna be
because he
fun.
was trying to
trying to
help
do the right
somebody.
thing. You know, here at Yesterdaze, we do try to make sure you walk away with a lesson, and I think the lesson here is fuck them and don't help nobody.
DTA.
Just look out for yourself.
That's exactly
Don't
it.
trust anybody. Stone Cold style.
Surly looks out for Surly. That's what you need to do. Well, I do have something real quick here at the top of the hour. as
You
it
asked
were.
us if we had anything,
Yeah.
but you have something.
I do. I want to give a very special thank you to Jason. He helped procure another item from said shop of items during our visit there. It's right behind me. I moved it over here so I don't walk past it and forget it.
Fuck!
when
I was
leave.
trying to present it like at a visual.
We're not YouTube. We are podcast.
Since when?
Always.
My brother has the item shop. I can't remember if we addressed it on the show or not, but you finally made your way down there. It was a shop, literally, like if someone said, well, I'll make a shop that Derek would like to go to. This is that shop.
Yes, Derek and his ilk.
Yeah, it's full of like retro games and
It's
old
great.
toys, action. It really is. They do a really do a tremendous job.
I was just
down
gonna say it is a very terrific store. I want to go to see the new layout because you said I made it there just before he was like shutting down and changing shaking.
I don't think it's radically changed, but they changed some different cases and some shelving.
Sure.
But they do a great job. They really do.
It is a great space. The flow of the store because a local
From
one.
Progressive?
No, you fool.
Oh, you got your Menzies. Welcome
The Reds
to
are-
the party.
The Reds are in town.
Are you there, God? It's me, Derek.
Aunt Flo is in town this weekend.
No, one of our local stores, Acme.
Yeah, Acme Comics
Decent,
on Glen.
decent store.
Peoria,
There's
Illinois.
usually pretty good product there, but one of my gripes
You got gripes.
about it is
Is it Randy?
no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm just making sure.
I love Randy.
It's trying to navigate through the store. It is a smaller.
You get lost?
No, it's very tight.
Yeah.
That's
That's what you want in those kind of stores, isn't it?
Not that
You like
tight.
nooks and crannies.
I shouldn't constantly be
Like a crab man?
shimmying like a crab man. Yo, crab man. Click, click. I think I don't care for the layout at Acme.
Okay.
I if I'm the only one in the
Doesn't
store,
meet your feng shui.
it does not. Yeah, it's chaos in my mind.
He would have them get rid of the records, I bet.
I used
and it would
to
open up
go
the
there
store more.
once a week. One upon a time. I don't know that I've
Same.
been there in over a year.
Oh.
But I do see the Randy. He's a big fat guy. He's he is. He's a big. If you ask Randy if he's a fat guy, or not, he's gonna fucking tell you. I'm
Would
a big
Randy
fat
say I'm a big fat guy?
exactly? And he never wears shoes for some reason. I don't know why that is. But
Buckalux.
he's also he works for a local estate sale company.
Yeah.
called Midwest Estate Sale. And I recently,
does he?
I recently bought some vintage pornography from him.
Nice.
Who do you think you are, Paul Rubens over here?
Not that.
You don't have to worry about no shirt, no shoes, no dice with Randy.
I bought some Playboys from like the early 70s.
Yeah,
from
we
a
talked
seller.
about
Cool.
On this show or the other show?
No, the other show.
Well,
Oh God,
there's no crossover,
shit,
by the
what's
way.
her name?
Dustin.
Star. She dated Gene Simmons for a while.
Bush?
No, Star Bush. You fucker.
Yeah.
No, she famously dated Gene Simmons for a while and was murdered. Late 70s, early 80s.
Do you have her nudes?
I do.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Last
And I
one
think
to see
Kiss.
her
I
alive.
think Kiss is in that issue. I don't know. Anyways,
I can't. There's. I'm going to tease it right now, and even you don't know this, but we have an upcoming episode in which there will be a Kiss-related story from a guest coming on the show.
True story.
what?
We have a guest coming up, don't we?
Yes, and you have a Kiss.
He does. We're talking Marty
Wambacher.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What guest did you think of
Larry Kenny.
Larry Kenny.
from last week? I'm talking of last week.
From months ahead.
You You juked up my brain. You're getting all catfishy.
Oh, is Larry in the future from this episode?
Larry is
Way
in the future.
I don't know.
Larry's in the
I
future.
can't.
Way
Guys,
I
in the
sent you a
future.
schedule.
Guys,
well,
come on.
It's sweeps week.
All right, wait. It's going to start making its way through Discords and
Say
Twitters
what?
and Facebook. So we might as well just say
Huh?
it, folks.
What?
Another piece of information. Well, what I'll say is, Jason was kind enough to pick up an anniversary edition Care Bear.
Good job,
for my
Jen
beloved
Jason.
Shauna. So
Go
thank you
to the
for that.
item shop in Uptown Normal. You shan't be disappointed. The algorithm on YouTube says watch this video, and sometimes it's a guy that owns like a video game store. Looks like fucking shit.
Yeah.
My brother's store is rad compared to the
Yeah,
stuff
it
I see out
Awesome.
there.
It is. The layout is
Clean.
great. It's got good flow to it. Like
Yeah.
you can easily circle that store, see everything they have, check out every case, get your fill, grab your toy finds or your game finds, make your way to the counter quite easily. You're not constantly moving at the counter to let people through. That's my issue
To
with
be fair, I haven't had those issues at Acme.
Here's the deal. When I go to Acme, it's one of two things. I'm either there by myself.
You're
and
there
it's
on
fine,
New Book Day. Don't go on Wednesday.
or I've randomly said I have time. Why don't I go up here? And it's fucking New Book Day. So that's on
What's
me.
wrong with New Book Day? Is it
It's,
packed?
it's busy. as
busy.
Shit.
Acme Comics is a place that gets busy.
subscription day. Yeah,
Subscription day.
Interesting.
people
Okay.
come and get
Yeah.
in their pull list.
Every Wednesday.
is when new comics are released.
Wednesday.
Okay, gotcha.
Avoid it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I haven't been in a year. I have no problem avoiding it.
It's my vinyl honey pot.
But yes, very, very, very briefly, because more details will come out, and you posted on Twitter and Facebook and what have you.
Oh, was I not
We-
supposed to talk about what we were doing tonight?
It's
Nobody told me.
you know no, it's okay. I'm not. Hey,
I'm
look
just
at me. Don't
teasing
look over there.
shit months,
Don't look over there.
months in advance.
Don't look over there.
No,
Look at me.
I have. I don't
Look
do
at me.
eye contact. I'm on the spectrum. I have a problem with it.
Sean has a lot of really great programs.
That's great. I can't wait to become a member of the Pekin Park District Kids Club.
Sectarded.
With Mitch and Emmy.
Yeah,
No, we are.
put me in a wheelchair. And
We will be having in April will be a very special month, and we will be having an interview with Mr. Larry Kenny.
Yep.
All of you, if you're listening to the
It's
show,
been done.
You know damn well who he is. So
We already did it. It
Yeah.
can't be undone.
it cannot be undone. It is the rule of the land.
But we're not letting you hear it for months.
Well, we might let the patrons hear it. early.
Unless you pay up,
you got to
then
pay.
he can hear it.
Now. Last I heard, Derek was taking all the patron money and paying for his home.
$12,000.
And I was
at
like,
all
I-
true.
place that
That's
money.
not at all
No,
true.
He had like he's got a mortgage, and he's like the patrons just pay for my mortgage. And
That's
meanwhile,
not
I'm
true at all.
hosting the podcast, and no one's giving me dime one.
Man. On the Ernest show,
That's not at all true.
the patrons only paid for like us to go to Tennessee.
They
once
paid
a
for
year.
you guys to go to Tennessee.
No, they would have paid for you, but you didn't want to go.
I got no stipend. I got no stipend when we went.
You're
I
talking
got
about the Ernest podcast.
I got no
now.
stipend. No stipend.
The previous podcast,
Put
the Ernest
strychnine in the
podcast.
water.
Goodbye.
He was saying the final year, I can't swing it financially. I'm like, you don't have to swing it financially. It's just time, baby.
Well, it
we
really
got
was
your
time.
financials.
It honestly, the last year of it really was time.
And people were weeping that you weren't there.
openly.
I
They
doubt
thought
that.
Mike was you.
I doubt that.
And when he's like, "My name is Mike," it's not Derek. People were screaming in pain.
It's the one time you could have had a selfie of somebody like, hey, I know you.
So the people were screaming like someone had took a hot or a red hot iron and stuck it up their rectum. That's
I
what it
don't
sounded
believe
like.
that at all. But I
It's
appreciate you.
terrifying.
Jen Mask will tell you all about it, and she would not lie to you.
I will make sure.
Is she a patron for this episode?
I'm going
of
to
the
see
show?
No, sir.
Okay.
But she is active on Twitter with it and engages, and I do enjoy any time Jen shows support. And like,
Are we going to do an
retweets and
earnest episode of this show?
You know, I've thought about that.
We
and
should do
I do
that.
want to do. I wouldn't mind doing that. Like just character study of Ernest.
We are in the 1 percentile of people who know the most about Ernest. We really are.
Yeah.
So
You
I
think?
Oh,
Yeah.
do you not think so?
No, I know so.
He fucking knows so.
Sarcasm.
We absolutely are in that 1%.
We'll do that episode in 2028 when the documentary premieres.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
We may have something coming in the Preservation Society.
Whoa.
In the
Spoil it,
summertime,
baby.
I'm just saying.
Don't spoil it.
Just saying.
But no, gentlemen, outside of all the wackiness and craziness, anything special or cool that you guys have been up to? Anything especially cool that you guys have been up to?
I took my mom to see a Prince tribute band and watched her dance to the song Pussy Control,
That is-
which she had never heard before.
That is pretty neat.
And I was like, oh, your son is very familiar with this song. And it was fun. So, and my mom was not offended. As a woman in her 60s, she was just grooving to the sultry sounds
Of his purple badness.
of Pussy Control.
My mom lived through what some would argue the greatest time for music with
Yeah.
like the Beatles and like Led
Amy
Zeppelin
Grant.
and Amy Grant, of course.
Of course. Helen Reddy.
And I say to my mom, "Hey, tell me about this. This is cool." She's like, "I have no idea." And it was like, "No, what about like Led Zeppelin was such a cool. Tell me about it." It's like, "I don't know anything." My mom met my father, and ultimately I was conceived as a result of it, at the same venue where you saw the Prince tribute thing.
Yeah.
If I had any kind of way in with music with my mom, it would be so weird to take her to the place where I'm almost derivative of that
Yeah.
location. Wouldn't that be weird?
This is where I began.
Right.
This is the beginning of my origin story.
Where did your
She
parents meet?
recognized the club,
oh.
and she said, like, I've been here before. It's been a very long
I
time.
rocked the party that rocks the body
Yeah.
at it was called Second Chance Bar.
Yeah,
bar.
she couldn't
Yeah.
remember who she saw there,
Forever
but it was something, and like a lot of notable names have played there over the years, and then it became during our era an underage dance club, Revelations,
Yep.
and then Stage 2.
And it was a Second Chance Church, I think, at one point, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that sounds about right. And now it's just a place for tribute bands or bands that are dressed like McDonald Lane characters or Transformers
Hell
to play.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah.
That's my kind of.
There
That's
were-
a concert that'll get me out of the house.
Yeah.
Arm injury and all.
It was fun.
Nothing's broken, by the way. Everything's perfectly fine.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, gentlemen, we are gathered here today to once again jump into a nostalgic
do this thing called
life. We are in the odd and the obscure month, and we are wrapping it up with this episode.
Is that the
Why?
name of this month? Odd and
the
Obscure?
odd and the obscure?
Did somebody pick this one, or is this one you're hoisting upon us?
This was a pick. Now it's not a patron.
What?
This is more of I started throwing out like questions like months ago, like getting suggestions like what can somebody push me towards like something odd, something.
I gave him a whole fucking list.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your list. Hold on. Your list. There's nothing bizarre or obscure in there that I could think of. Like most of the stuff in there, I'm like, oh no, this is cool. This is cool. This is people know this. Like for the most, there's maybe one or two things on there that might be deep cuts, but for the most part, I felt like your list was solid list.
Okay.
But things that people are gonna be like, oh my god.
But
I
Jason,
remember
surely
that.
you had some ideas that were
No.
weird. Oh.
No, I said no.
Jason had a house and a swing line table. But a friend of the show.
Who dat friend?
Who dat friend? Well, his Christian name is Matt, but he is affectionately known in the toy tuber community and the GDL Discord as Quip. He is a big fan of the show.
Mm-hmm.
He really enjoys your editing, Jason's catfishing.
Someone enjoys that?
Sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, Shug.
I'm the dog's ass.
And
you
Quip is
are.
the sunshine on your ass. Quip was actually kind enough to kind of help me with some research stuff and just help me with some stuff related to the show.
Oh, you're making somebody do your research for you?
No, not like research for a subject, like research in regards to how it had to do with like different player options with like raw audio, different delivery options.
Okay.
And he's like, well, I don't mind taking a look at that and like seeing what could work, what might be a better for you to post in there. And so he saved me a lot of time. And he's been super vocal and super supportive. So when he threw out, because I got some ideas from a couple people, but he threw this one out, and I messaged him like, you know what, I think I want to move forward with this one. And like we talked quite a bit, him and I, and actually just recently he helped me out with a toy haul as well. He tracked down a Masters of the Universe figure for me and sent it to me.
Whoa.
He's like, hey, remind
For
me.
you or for Henry?
No, it was for me.
Okay.
He's like, remind
Oh,
me.
yeah.
He's like, remind me again. What lines do you collect? And I told him, and I was like, he's like, well, what's some that you're missing? And I threw one out there.
Sectars.
And I'm not going to ask anybody to buy me a Sectar
Mackinac.
because that's not going to be cheap. But
Were these NIBs new in box?
Yes,
And of what line were they?
the Masterverse collection. I've been trying to get a Frosta figure.
What year do you think is that?
I'm sorry,
What year is that from?
Masterverse?
Yeah.
2022.
Okay. Oh, pretty recent.
Newer
Okay.
line, one of the
Okay.
newer lines, but unfortunately never saw her in this area. And he's like, well, give me a couple minutes. And next thing I know, he sends me a screenshot and he goes, you should get it on Friday. I was like, are you serious? I was like, what do you want for this? What can I? He's like, no, that this is a token of my appreciation. He's like, I love the show. I love everything you're doing, and I want you to have this.
He loves this podcast?
He loves this podcast so much so that he sent me a goddamn Frosta.
That's very nice.
And I thought it was incredibly kind.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Quip, I want you to know that I saw a T-shirt recently, and I thought of you because I was, what was it, reprimanded, admonished.
Who admonished you?
I misremembered the moment in the barber shop with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Quip is the one.
He corrected me and said, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened. Guess what? You can get a T-shirt now that showcases that moment at the barbershop, and it looks like a
What?
Nintendo game.
Wait, is that a real thing?
It
that
is
you
a real
can get?
thing. I saw it.
There's
on
an
like
8-bit
Macari or some shit?
t-shirt.
It looked like an 8-bit T-shirt.
Who's in it? So it's Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
It's Marty Jannetty's ass hanging out the barbershop window, and Shawn Michaels in a leather jacket standing next.
But isn't Brutus the Barber Beefcake there or not?
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Okay. It was a barber shop after
It was
all.
his show, but he was secondary, I feel.
Oh, nerds.
Did I tell you about the time I met Bruce the Barber Beefcake and he had a booger hanging out of his nose the whole time?
I do remember you telling me that story.
I didn't say shit.
Oh,
I just gave him my money and got my
Do
cigarette.
you think he's like doing an Andy Kaufman bit where he just put it in there?
Oh, and then like moves it.
just
No,
just
I
waiting,
don't think that at
waiting
all.
for anyone to say anything about it. He's talking to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Like, I bet I could fucking sit here all day and no one's gonna say shit to me about this
I could have been like,
snot hanging out.
hey, Ed,
Give me a dab of that guacamole.
Ed, you got a little something there.
Oh, I would have.
Oh, he's
I would have been that
he's
guy.
the disciple, right? Is that who it is?
I don't know what that means.
WCW the disciple. Yeah. He's still alive too, right?
He is.
Brutus the Barber. Is he a Hall of Famer in the WWE?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Oh boy. I'm sorry. We should have gotten all this out with the rock and wrestling episode. I
Yeah,
apologize.
probably.
You know what? It's fine.
That's not what we're talking about.
Well, no, you are correct. Today we are talking about Quip's recommendation of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
And then, from the field of the future, a new king will come to save the world of the past.
Ride through the storm, see the knights fighting evil and crime. A modern-day team of heroes in medieval time.
Strange voices are saying, what did they say? Things I
Never heard of it.
Thank you, Quip.
Thank you, Quip. Jason, on your radar at all? Do you ever hear of it? Did your little brothers watch it? Because you had little brothers.
You kept track of what your little brothers watched?
Well, sometimes you see what they're watching. You do notoriously have a shit memory, but but
That's true.
But maybe you saw them watching.
I don't recall this, honestly.
Okay.
It rung a bell. I think maybe just because of it's steeped in history with being King Arthur.
Sure.
So maybe my brain has tricked myself into thinking that it's
Nelson Mandela effect.
I was trying to unite South Africa or something.
Yeah, with Sinbad in the Wizard movie, of course.
California.
I was trying to apartheid.
What are you doing here?
Anyway, no, I'm not. I'm really not familiar with this property beyond the research I've done for the show.
Sure. I have the vaguest of memories of this.
Even you.
Come on.
I'm just saying that your memory is pretty solid on these.
I
old
remember
properties.
Kissy Fur for crying out loud.
I loved Kissy.
Kissy Fur was awesome, and
the bears, and they were in the circus, and then they did their own thing with the alligators and whatnot. I loved Kissy Fur.
I love Kissy Fur. Future episode. No,
I'm here for it.
I didn't watch it routinely, but I can remember seeing it on TV. I can remember seeing a bumper for it. But I never really sat down and watched it. So, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, it was a syndicated series that ran for 2 seasons consisting of 26 episodes. The series debuted on September 13th, 1992, running until December 12th, 1993, as part of the Amazing, that's with an apostrophe, no G, Adventures programming block.
What else was on that block?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't...
I was trying to set you up because I thought that's
You
where
keep
were
trying to
going.
set up these jokes. Like, how
No, it
old
wasn't
was
a
it?
joke.
Wasn't a joke.
That was
See, I don't
like,
know.
what else is on that block? Because
How
figured
green
for
are those
sure
bananas?
You know.
How ornate is that box? I don't know. It's vaguely oriental looking in design.
So you said it was syndicated.
It was syndicated.
What stations were more prone to pick it up?
You know,
That's a joke.
Was it
by
an
the way.
Oopin? Was it an Oopin?
I'm
cartoon?
willing to bet this was more. No, this is 92. So Oopin. Nobody was Oopin on Saturdays.
Whoa.
Mary. Platypus man.
I'm horny.
I'm horny. Damn it.
I want to have some sex. Oh, nuts.
I want my men like my coffee. Hot, black, and strong.
Hot, black, and confident.
Your coffee's confident?
Yeah.
Huh.
What kind of swill are you drinking?
I don't drink coffee.
Well, there's your problem right there. I believe I wouldn't be surprised in our area if this was a Fox joint.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of syndicated shit started landing on Fox, like Stunt Dogs, if that rings a bell with anybody.
It does not. Stunt dogs.
Stunt Dogs.
Pass.
Stunt dog!
Feel the danger upon which we ride.
Action makes it fun to be alive.
Nothing for the one thing we always do.
Cheese for the gross stuff that's really cool. And just makes it whoa! Stunt dog!
Needham is our hero and Bongus is our creature.
Pass. Hard pass. Now, at the time of its debut, I kind of hate the 90s, and I'm getting PTSD in regards to Make Mine Marvel Month. The number 1 song was The End of the Road by Boys to Men.
It's my favorite song of all time.
I'm not a...
It's never the end of the road.
No, it's not.
It just keeps coming back.
Yes.
Because he keeps picking cartoons in the 90s.
Welcome to the cul-de-sac from hell. The number 1 movie, Sneakers. Remember that one? Remember Sneakers?
Members, yeah.
Remember Robert Redford?
I wore kids.
Was Dan Aykroyd in that one too?
Aykroyd was also in it.
I never saw it.
Christian Slater,
Morgan
River Phoenix.
Freeman.
I don't know if
I think
Morgan
he's
Freeman
the
is.
black guy in it.
Strahan, David.
Michael Strahan.
No, yeah. I'm in this movie with Robert Redford. I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this.
That was pretty good.
That's spot on, Michael Strahan.
Thank you.
With his
Diastoma.
diastoma. Sidney Poitier's
in
There
it.
we go.
Damn it! What? He was. He was in the River Wild with
River Phoenix.
No, damn it!
No, he's in it.
Crispin Glover.
No, David Strathairn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he's in it, and it's River Phoenix, and is Christian Slater in it?
It's Michael Strahan as
Christian Slater.
Yeah.
With Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, it's not Christian
Isn't
Slater.
that
It's River Phoenix.
Isn't that like about hacking or something? I have no interest in watching
a security
Sneakers.
pro.
Yes, give us the plot
finds his
outline.
past returning to haunt him when he and his unique team are tasked with retrieving a particular important item. Said item: escaped monkeys from the circus.
You found the monkeys.
You found the sneakers.
I think he's got to edit in the Summer of Monkeys trailer.
It was a sneakers they'd never forget. It was more or less like a heist movie through the lens of hacking in the 90s.
Oh, you know what? I will watch it now.
There you go. The premise of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. At the onset of the series, King Arthur and his knights have been abducted and imprisoned in the Cave of Glass by the evil sorceress Morgana. We see Camelot come under attack by the vicious Lord Viper and his warlords acting under her orders. After kidnapping the fair Queen Guinevere, Merlin, fearing that his magic is growing too weak to be of any help, is prompted by the Lady of the Lake to search out 12 new knights to protect Camelot, save Guinevere, King Arthur and his knights, and ensure the safety of the future by defeating Morgana in the past. Merlin drafts one Arthur King and his teammates, the New York Knights football team. Do you see what I did there? Draft. That's sports.
No, we get it.
That's sports.
Very funny. Very funny.
Sports. 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 They draft Arthur King and his teammates, the New York Knights football team, to save the realm.
Not a real thing.
Nope. They are gifted enchanted armor and weaponry that naturally complements their personality, strengths, and roles on the team. In short order, they do rescue Guinevere and continue to fight against Morgana's schemes and the machinations of one Lord Viper and his warlords, all in an effort to secure the 12 keys of truth to rescue King Arthur and his knights. That's the premise of the show.
Give me the keys.
Premise done.
I said the king, give me the keys.
You ain't even
Give
got
me
his
keys.
license, Arthur.
Every damn night.
What's this boy talking about?
Of course I'll give you the keys, man.
Need me in the nuts, man. In the family jewels.
So my daughter's going through a 1980s John Hughes phase, and she's watching all the movies.
Good for her.
Weird Science, in the scheme of things, not that great, right? It's not that great.
It found me at the right time.
I don't know how to answer that. I have a lot of
She like a malacas, Dino.
I have a lot of fond memories of that. My dad let me watch that at 5 years old, unedited.
Same.
On a weekend I was
Your
visiting
dad
him.
let me watch that unedited.
You were that.
Same.
Yeah.
You were
I didn't
that
even
weird
know Coach Joe. But
Oh.
it was just like, hey, you can watch it.
Sure, kid.
It's like it's not well written. I don't think it doesn't make a ton of sense, really.
He knocked those scripts out very
Yeah,
quickly.
he hammered out script after script after script.
I think he wrote like 75 movies.
Sounds about
Like
right.
it was something crazy.
I believe that.
John Hughes
Day
wrote.
Out.
What's that?
Baby's
Did
Day
they?
Out.
Did you write Baby's Day Out?
Yeah. I love
Curly
Science.
Sue.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
it was a John Hughes movie. Oh, goodness.
They're out
The
there.
wrong Belushi died.
Oh no.
Wrong Belushi died.
Mr. Destiny.
Now, before we get into the production and cast side of everything.
Oh, we're going to talk about all the people's voices?
No. Not because of my precious notes. Gentlemen, did you what did you watch in relation to this, prepping for understanding the premise of the show, the setup?
I watched the Toy Galaxy video, of course.
Oh, of course you did.
And then I watched an episode of the cartoon.
Well, this is what Dustin always says. I watched a random episode.
Yeah.
He always says that. How
yeah.
does that generate?
Well, for this
Do you
time,
Wilco this and
I picked
random number
episode
generator?
number 11 because that's my favorite number. Of
course.
And guess what? It seemed to be a pretty important episode. Thank you very
how
much.
so? What do you mean?
Because it involved keys and a slime thing. And we're going to get into that when we talk about toys. I guarantee.
You are correct.
You
You are correct, sir.
I also did the Secret Galaxy video, but then I watched.
Hi, Dan. We know where you're listening. We love you. Godfather.
I watched the pilot episode though.
I'm going to say, you typically jump into the pilot. Yeah.
I watched the thing about the
kind of my
video
MO.
You
game.
stay on brand.
It's my MO. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I watched the thing about the video game.
Ah, yes.
Oh, you know what? I did read about the video game, and okay, so there's a video game that I guess kind of.
Spoiler alert, there's a video game for Super Nintendo.
So they did 2 seasons, and I'm sure you'll dig into this more. They did 2 seasons of the show, and they kind of wrap it up with the video game. So, if you wanted closure from the series, you got.
Oh
it through the video
yeah,
game.
because
I
there
think
were
that
tons
ended
of
up being-
people that needed that closure.
But
Some of us-
Eric, I look to you.
yeah, every.
Oh, now you're making eye
every video
contact.
game online is like here's a whole playthrough of the video game. So I did. I kind of like skipped
8
through
hours.
Oh, no shit.
It was only it was less than 3 hours.
That's not a difficult video game.
Exactly. but I
Oh,
did,
stakes.
I did watch like small little chunks of the Super Nintendo video game as well. So
Sloth loves Chunk.
thank you. That's the
Because I love you.
that's the entirety of my research.
You're gonna live with me now.
'Cause
My
I
name's
love ya.
Lawrence.
the parents immediately accept Chunk into their family.
Okay.
Or Sloth, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, bring this monster into our home, I guess. That's fine.
Bring this body horror story into our house. So your main characters, you had Arthur King, who ended up being addressed as King Arthur. Sir Lance, who often was addressed as Lancelot. And then you had Sir Tone, Sir Trunk, Sir Wally, Sir Brick, Sir Phil, Sir Darren, Sir Gallop, Sir Brick. I already said that. Sir Lug, Sir Breeze, and Sir Zeke. Their respective armors can summon various weapons and tools for the battlefield.
Yeah, on their shield.
Yeah. Well, their shields can summon the animals emblazoned upon them.
It's like visionaries.
So, for example, you're not far off, kiddo.
I know.
For example, Arthur can summon Excalibur from his chest plate and a dragon from his shield, while Sir Brick can summon a... kind of like this. I don't know why. A limitless supply. And I watched a couple episodes, so I saw this in action. Basically, a limitless supply of bricks. Like, if he needs to build, like,
He can ship
reinforcements,
bricks.
he can ship bricks.
So he can use his power to summon bricks, and then like, do they remain after, or is it just there while he needs them?
From all I saw, yes.
Yes.
Now,
well,
like the
they
animals
exist
and
afterwards?
weapons will return, but like in the case of the bricks,
So if
from
he
what I
built
saw,
himself a
they say-
house,
yeah.
it would stand.
Yeah, this guy could topple the building material.
He's got a
industry.
strong side hustle.
In,
It's
in
not
terms
utilized.
side
of medieval infrastructure, this guy would be paramount.
Yeah.
in developing modern civilization.
Some may
Exactly.
say Paramount Plus.
You would.
You would say that.
He's got a documentary about Milli Vanilli.
I don't know that we would say that.
I wouldn't
Are
say
you
it.
getting paid by the Milli Vanilli
I'm
people?
trying
Because
to-
like you are like shucking and jiving that show.
Milli Vanilli.
You have
Tune
that
in
much love.
in 3 weeks on Yesterdaze. We're gonna interview Fab.
The lone survivor.
Yeah.
Who's the one who didn't survive?
Rob.
Rob died.
Yeah.
Rip Rob.
Yep.
R.I.P. R.O.B.
The wrong vanilla died.
Why don't you calm down? You know, a second ago when you did make eye contact with me, do you know what you reminded me of?
No.
Donald Sutherland in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Me too.
You just had this very wide-eyed look.
Same.
This wild-eyed scientist. But yeah, no, he summons these bricks, and I think they just stay there.
Not a bad power. I don't know how much it helps you during combat, but in terms of building a society, that's the guy you want on your side.
That would be paramount and a plus.
Let me ask you this.
5-minute callback.
So Merlin uses magic to bring people from the future to his time to help them, and with their shields and their emblems or whatever, they use the magic to summon these things.
Yes.
They're the new 12 Knights of the Round Table.
Yes.
Move the guys from the future, move them to the side. The guys who are in prison in the glass cave, did they also have that magic about them?
It did not seem
what
so.
happened to them?
Were the magic, like the magic that the new guys had, was that on the old guys as well?
I never saw that addressed in the series.
So you don't know if there was a guy from the old Knights of the Round Table that could summon bricks?
we never see them.
Galahad,
we never see those knights.
Nobody gives a shit.
They're prisoners.
But it is a valid question. I
It
would
is.
say.
It does make you wonder, like, well, did you guys have these things?
No, instead we get the
sure
guy that
about
talks
that?
like
That's what-
Sylvester Stallone.
We're going to get into
exactly
some
it.
of these
Yeah, that's
characterizations.
exactly right.
Because I got some thoughts on a couple of them.
Hey, y'all.
Well, you know what? We just... What about the animal cargo? Let's dive into some of these characterizations real quick, since most of my focus is on the heroes. Now, I believe it was Brick that was the Stallone type. There were a couple other ones that I thought it was odd. You had Zeke, who was apparently supposed to be an Asian character, but he sounded like Woody Allen.
There was a Woody Allen character.
He's I would especially like to go to the Field Museum.
I
don't know if
a lot of touching of the glasses.
the whole thing is just making me very uncomfortable.
Sunyi, I don't.
My stepdaughter, I may have fucked her.
I don't know. That was going to be my question. Is Zeke social commentary on the bullshit that was Woody Allen and Sunyi, or
wasn't that in the 80s though? That wasn't.
No, it was 90s.
That was 90s.
I had a subscription to Entertainment Weekly through that whole thing.
Yeah,
I was in junior high. That was a 90s thing.
So I
Pretty
wonder-
solid timeline in your head.
Yeah, as a 12-year-old, I was very invested in the Woody Allen Sunyi
And the
debacle,
Mia
Mia Farrow debacle.
was doing. So that
Nobody
was-
thought of her.
Because I was sitting there watching all this, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, that character looks vaguely Asian. And I go and, when I'm doing my research, sure enough, Zeke is supposed to be Asian. But he sounds like he just walked right out of fucking Annie Hall. And then you had...
Crimes and misdemeanors.
You had Sir Breeze, which, to me, Sir Breeze...
Makes me feel fine, flowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, flowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Somebody, possibly an executive who's passing along production notes, or is like, you know what would be great in this show? We need an Arsenio Hall type. That's popular right now because it might it might as well have been Arsenio Hall.
Sir Breeze makes me feel fine.
Now that's the kind of breeze I'm talking about.
Arsenio in my
Mine.
Seals and Cross.
Crimson and clover.
I had a kid.
Something in sale.
He came into the record store once and he was talking about Summer Breeze and he was like,
have that album.
Do you have Seals and Crouch? And I was like,
it's
do you
Seals and
mean
Croft,
Seals
you
and
Luddite.
Croft? And he's like, no, it's Seals and Crouch. I'm like, I think you're wrong, dude.
Yeah. It's Seals and Croft. Show some goddamn respect, and I got that on vinyl.
Yeah.
But moving forward from the odd characterizations, they are supported by Merlin, who acts as an advisor. Queen Guinevere, Ladies Elaine and Mary.
She's a lady of the lake.
Well, she has a different name.
Is she
in this.
a character?
Sit tight.
Okay.
Catherine, the squires Tyrone and Everett, and the Lady of the Lake, but she's renamed the Lady of the Table in this.
Well, that's nothing close to a lake.
No.
Table.
No. So it's
Water
like her,
table.
It's like her name
Lake.
got repurposed for it to be in relation to the Round Table, which I thought was interesting.
Weird.
Your villains are led by the evil Morgana, who is served by Lord Viper and his warlords, consisting of Axe Bash, Blackwing, Blinder, Hammer, Lucan, Slasher, and Spike. Season 2 would introduce Master Chang and his Purple Horde as antagonists
Purple
as well.
Whore?
Yes, Purple Whore. Purple Whore was the character that was introduced. It was a whore that was purple.
Purple whore. Vince is a purple whore in the rain.
Doo-da, doo-da, doo.
Did I ask you for that? Purple whore.
I like this.
On a children's show.
Right.
I'll get you, He-Man.
Shaking her big purple whore tits. Speaking of tits, I forgot to mention this. Henry accidentally spelled his first word today.
Spelled accidentally.
And for people who don't know, Henry is your...
Everybody knows he's my son.
Oh, as I say, he's your half brother who is mentally handicapped.
No,
No.
that's not true at all.
Hey, Henry, what do you have to say about this right now?
I can't hear it. That's enough. Thank you. What's the three doors? Ah, shit.
We don't say that.
Shit. What on? Ah, shit. Shit. There's two of these. This.
That's a bad word.
No. I said shit. I said shit. And there's two of them.
Take your name for a second, buddy, okay?
I said shit. I said shit. And there's two of these.
That's a bad word, Henry. We don't say that.
Shit. It's two of these. And it's funny that it's two of these because he accidentally spelled the word tit today.
What do you mean accidentally?
There are two of them.
He thought he was spelling TNT. He's like, TIT, just like in Minecraft. And we're both like, what the fuck? And he goes, the things, they explode. TIT. TNT? That's what I said.
Dynamite.
That's what I said. I said TIT. Like, and we're just like, I'm looking at Shauna. I was like, that's my son. So, Henry's first word
He's
that he
not
spelled correctly.
Not a leg man.
It's not a leg man. He is evidently a tit man.
Smart guy.
Smart kid.
Kid knows what's
Smart,
up.
smart kid.
Heading straight for the mams.
Thank you, ma'am.
What I found interesting about this show, and it will come up when bringing up some inspirations, some possible inspirations on this, is they would always have to recite this oath around the table. The table would also like open up and reveal their armor or project it on them. There's something interesting about that because that was similar to another property, and I am going to talk about it, but I just
Well, then do it. Why don't you?
why don't you wait a fucking minute?
Go on, you horse's
You
ass.
horse's ass.
We are upstairs, dummy.
We're upstairs, David LaChapelle. Now, the show itself was created and written by Jean Chalopin at Crévettes de Développement and Omelette de Fromage, better known as C&D. This was a joint effort between co-creators Golden Films' Diane Eskenazi and Alan Bobot and the dreaded Avi Arad. All four would also act as executive producers. Your principal cast included Andrew Cavadis, Andrew Cavadis, Scott McNeil, Michael Donovan, Kathleen Barr, Jim Burns, and Gary Schalk, a name to keep that in mind. As was the custom at the time, voice actors would fill multiple roles. Of the nearly 30 characters that showed up in this cartoon over the 2 seasons, their voices were provided by these 6 actors.
Is that just a cost saving issue?
Yeah,
it's not based on talent. Like,
No.
hey, we think you guys could really round out the cast. Is like, no, we don't want to pay anybody else.
No.
Okay.
It's just, unless absolutely necessary, if they can get 5 voices out of one person, absolutely. Your music, of course, was by Haim Saban and Shuki Levy. That theme song.
I thought it sounded like Bananarama Cruel Summer.
That's what you thought, huh?
Really?
I got Mighty Morphin Power Ranger vibes from it. It was giving Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No, it's giving Bananarama
So
in the verses.
Okay, I'm talking like the guitars and like the pacing of it. Okay, yeah. Good point.
That's Karate Kid, Cruel Summer, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're damn right, and you're very welcome, and also
There
with you.
was no Elizabeth Shue.
Boo. No Elizabeth Shubu. That it is kind of rocking though. That intro
It's a good song.
it kind of rocks. Yeah,
It gets you going. It
That's
gets you
what
excited.
it made me think of.
You know, now that you see, so I was thinking more the instrumental side of it. I thought Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, obviously, this came out before that, but it was like, man, the guitar riffs and everything in this had to inspire or be infused in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That Mighty Morphin Power. I don't know if we're gonna do an episode on the Power Rangers, but like that intro is pretty rocking too.
Yeah,
those guitar solos.
Yeah, and I've listened to some pretty good covers of it.
It's pretty good.
But no, the lyrics and the pacing of the lyrics, yeah, it is fucking
It's
cool.
a round table. Arthur's here on his own. It's a round table. And there's guys.
Very good.
There's other guys.
There were a lot of 90s-isms in this show. Like there's mention of Totally Hidden Video, if any of you remember watching that. Did you ever watch that?
Is that a Funt production?
Totally hidden. It rings a bell. I
Yeah.
can't recall it.
Yeah. I remember I watched it constantly with my dad and stepmom. You, of course, had the Arsenio Hall looking character.
Right.
You had a shit ton of mullets and 90s slang. But one thing that I caught with this show was a lot of Motu influence.
For the research I did, it seemed like that appeared mainly in the action figure realm of it.
That does tie in. You are correct, sir. But for example, Gary Chalk was one of the voice actors in this.
That's there's dad.
No, that's Chalky. He was the voice of He-Man in another Gene Shalapon production, The New Adventures of He-Man, when they tried to reboot it in the 90s. Their first go at rebooting it.
Out?
Not great. He was the voice of He-Man in that. The animation was very similar to this. The other conclusion I draw is like having to recite an oath, a mystical being providing you these powers that summon weapons, that can summon animals, that transforms Arthur's horses and all the other horses in Camelot into vehicles of destruction.
Gene Shalit just should have made himself the guy.
Gene Shalit, is that what you said?
Isn't that who you said?
Gene Shalapon.
It did sound like that.
I feel something coming.
He-Man.
I don't know. If my voice...
Did he wear a bow tie like Paul
take it.
Simon from
Yes.
the Illinois senator?
Yes, he did.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
How about a guy who wears a bow tie all the time? What's that about?
I don't know. It is weird. It did make me like bow ties as a kid.
Can you
though.
tie a tie?
I could tie a regular necktie.
Can you tie- you
I could
can't
not
do
tie a
this?
bow tie if my life depended on it.
I've never had to wear a bow tie.
No.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
The times I've had to wear it, it's the clip. It's for like
Yeah, exactly.
jazz band or
when
what
you
comes
were in
with
jazz
your
band.
or prom.
I do know how to tie a tie.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's weird when like a guy your own age says I don't know how to do that, and you have to help him. But I've never tied a bow tie.
No, it is a skill
I've never had to do
that
it.
I really
I don't think I
care
could
to learn.
I don't think I could pull it off either.
No.
You think Gene Shalit could teach you?
Is he still alive?
I think he might
Just
be.
for tying purposes, yes.
He just runs clinics. I think he is still alive.
Yeah.
What do you think he's doing right now? What do you think Gene Shalit's doing right now?
Just trying to.
They do a cooking show. Shallot's a shallot.
Welcome to Shallots with Shallot.
Just fucking finely chopping onions and caramelizing them.
Don't mince about my kitchen. I'd rather be shredding like on a skateboard.
That's what I think he's doing. Anyway.
He is if we truly believe.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Huge hair,
If you clap your hands like you believe Gene Shalit appears and
glasses, big mustache.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. He is Groucho glasses given life.
oh wow,
But like Pinocchio.
like MC Hammer with his shoes,
with
on
his
the
goddamn
cartoon?
talking shoes.
Yeah.
He's giving Shalit.
He's giving Shalit. He's giving Shalit.
I speak like kids speak.
I'm hip and I'm young. No, I do feel like there were a number of Masters of the Universe vibes for a number of reasons. So, speaking just to the cartoon, the whole transformation standpoint, the mystical beings and imbuing you with powers and mystical objects, not unlike He-Man and the Power Sword. But one thing that I also caught, and I didn't notice it with the season 1 episode, so I don't know if they like truncated them, but I did see it when I looked up some season 2 episodes. There was a lesson at the end of every episode, not unlike He-Man, not unlike at the end of He-Man or G.I. Joe or Mask. There was some sort of lesson to be imparted, and sometimes had nothing to do. Unlike He-Man, it wasn't like in today's story. It was more like Mask and G.I. Joe, where it's a random lesson at the end.
Yeah.
I found that interesting.
Not having to do with the story that we just saw.
Yeah.
But just a PSA tacked on the end, completely separate from everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought that was pretty interesting because I didn't know that about the series. But to the point you brought up in regards to merchandising and stuff, Mattel ended up being the toy partner on this and licensing partner on this. They did produce a small wave consisting of 5 figures. You saw King Arthur, Sir Darren, Sir Lancelot. Your bad guys, you had Lord Viper and Warlord Slasher. Vehicles included Arthur's decked-out horse Valor. And you saw this... I think they reused pieces of it because it looks very similar to it. A very Bashasaurus-esque Boulder Basher. Bashasaurus was from the Motu line.
I remember that it was like some kind of car with like an arm that went around the side with a big boulder on the back, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
Yeah.
At last, I've got He-Man trapped with my walls of evil.
Oh yeah? Bashasaurus bashes evil away!
Skeletor, He-Man figures, and Bashasaurus vehicle, each sold separately.
Bash away!
Bashasaurus.
Next bash is on you, bone face!
Bashasaurus, new from the Masters of the Universe collection. Not for use with some figures, each toy sold separately. From Mattel.
Now, there was to be a slime pit released.
Yeah,
I
that's the
saw this
episode
too,
I
yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
You saw it in the episode.
Oh, it was in the episode you saw?
Episode
It makes an
11,
appearance.
somebody's key, and there's the thing where he's being held prisoner, and Morgana, or whatever her name is going to drop slime on him, and I was like, this seems familiar.
I've read this story before.
And then, he doesn't get the slime dripped on him, but they were going to make a slime pit figure, and it was just going to be a repainted He-Man
That's
set.
all it was going to be. Like it never got released. It got teased on the card back of the toy line. Never got released, except it actually did. It is literally the Mattel Masters of the Universe slime pit.
From the Masters of the Universe, Hordak reveals the most gruesome trap ever. Welcome to the Slime Pit.
The what?
The Slime Pit.
Now, Spike, you're my slave, not the slime. Yes, my slime will overpower you. I've been slime. No one escapes the evil horde slime pit.
The Evil Horde Slime Pit, new from the the Masters of the Universe. You put it together. Figures sold separately. From
I'm not intimately knowledgeable of either of these properties per se. The slime pit, did it make an appearance in Masters of the Universe?
In the Filmation or She-Ra episodes, I can't remember.
But you say that the random episode that you saw, Dustin, it did have the slime pit in it.
Yeah.
Are these cartoons specifically drawing things that they think they can sell as cartoons or as toys later?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I don't love that. I feel like these things should come up organically, and then they'll just like crap out.
I think it
toys
was
from
like,
that.
hey, this is something we can make things up. Why don't you work that into the plot?
But if it was already like part of Motu, and then it appeared in this, and they like
as if we wouldn't know.
But okay, so there's
Dick
that.
Van Patten, Dick York,
But I also love the idea
Dick Sargent. Sorry,
of like Wayne's World. I went to Michael Myers' IMDb page. It said fucking pending Wayne's World 3. Whatever, we'll see.
Don't do it.
I like the idea of Mattel. And this is something that I'm sure that was thought of. Derek, you might know about, but it's something that I after watching the Secret Galaxy video for King Arthur and thinking about it myself, I was like, wouldn't it be cool in this time frame for Mattel and all the different toy lines that they have licensing to, everything is like the same kind of size, because they said that King Arthur toys were kind of like the same mold as the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
So like, how cool would it be for these toys to be interchangeable, not only with the weapons but also the vehicles and like the horse, whatever. Like you could really let your imagination go crazy with these things.
Well,
wouldn't that be cool as a kid?
That would be awesome. And the thing is, so when it came to the design of the King Arthur figures, they did go back to a buck similar to He-Man, which I'll touch upon. And
Which is just basically the head moves and the arms move. There's no
same articulation.
There's no knees or elbows.
Same beefiness.
Yeah.
A lot of the same engineering principles. But to your point, you're like, are you just drawing things to sell them? Well, think back to when we talked about on the Spider-Man episode. There was more or less a decree from Avi Arad that this is how the show is going to pace, and this is when these characters are going to debut, because we got toys in the works.
Yeah.
So, and that's how we got Hobgoblin before Green Goblin, which anybody who has read the comics knows. Green Goblin came first, Hobgoblin came later.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine for the cartoon, but that's when you start learning about these things, you're like, well, wait a minute, that's not the way it is in the comic. Why is it not like that? And then you become 30, 35. You start watching YouTube videos that dig into this shit, and it's because Avi Arad wanted to sell fucking Hobgoblin before Green Goblin. So, but in regards to the whole, why don't you make things all in the same scale? Why isn't Hasbro communicating with Mattel and making things in the same scale as G.I. Joes or doing this?
G.I. Joe is a good example of something that was much smaller, yeah.
So what kicked off a change, because up until the 80s, action figures were all about 12 inches. And the king of the action figures, for the most part, was Mego, Mattel, and Hasbro. Everything with the exception of most things, with the exception of one line, was all in a 12-inch scale. It was a doll size. So you had Barbies, you had the old school Joes.
Yep.
Kenner was the first company that licensed an existing property to make a figure to compete. That was their $6 Million Man action figure.
All right.
They were the first
famously
company
shown in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Well, no, it was his boss, Oscar Goldman. He's way more valuable. But you had that happen. Then Mego started licensing all sorts of different characters. And in there, Mego had the pocket superheroes, which were a smaller scale. It wasn't until the oil embargo of the 70s and Star Wars at Kenner that you started getting the 3.5, 3.75, 3 3/4 scale. Hasbro notoriously passed on the Star Wars license. Here's Kenner eating their fucking lunch. So it's like, we got to come up with something. These figures are $2 to $3. They're selling like hotcakes. What can we do? That's when they decide to revisit the Joes. year or two later, Mattel's getting their ass kicked. They are famously licensing shit that is not selling. Like now, as a collector, they go for a shit ton of money because nobody bought them. They wound up in landfills or kids threw them away or beat the shit out of them.
It's that clearance aisle shit.
Shit that nobody picked up. A prime example would be the Clash of the Titans toy line.
Sectars.
Sectars was later. Nobody bought like fucking Clash of the Titans toys. So what led to He-Man being made was, okay, well, we need to make something. And part of their strategy was, no, we're going to make him bigger and beefier so he can beat the shit out of your G.I. Joe.
Whoa.
They were all just competing.
Big old veiny.
It really was about making them bigger than specifically G.I. Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
but those are two different companies, though, right?
Yeah, Hasbro versus Mattel.
So Mattel, seriously, just like the rest of the stuff that you have the license to, make it the same. Like shit out the same style stuff so they all fit with each other. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool to see He-Man sit on the back of one of King Arthur's horses?
Well, in this case, with the exception of their 1990s line, these figures could have. And part of why they went with being more familiar, the more familiar and previously successful He-Man original 1980s Motu Buck is the 1990s relaunch, New Adventures of He-Man, had a different style to it. Those He-Man figures.
What do you think about those? Do you like them?
They're fine. It's not for me just because I don't care for some of the character designs. I never liked that design of Skeletor. I liked some of the animation for the show. I loved the opening for it, but I didn't. I have no connection to that because when it was on, I wasn't allowed to watch it.
You had to watch it when Susan was taking a long
baths.
Long bath. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
George out.
Just sudsing herself up.
Your stepmom was masturbating.
About Gary Richrath.
Gary Richrath.
I got more information on that, by the way. In regards to my dad.
Baby.
Well before they broke, I guess they practiced.
You're talking about REO Speedwagon.
Yeah, I guess they practiced in my grandparents' garage because it was the only. They lived like back in like the Robine area. It was like the only garage any of the parents would let them practice in because they helped my grandpa with his side hustle.
Where did you hear that from a friend?
I heard that from my aunt today.
Okay,
because I asked her,
Heard it from a friend who.
Very good.
Heard it from a friend who. Heard it from another. They were practicing in your garage.
That's awesome. No, I messaged my Aunt Ann and my Aunt Mary today. I was like, hey, who did Dad date? Which one's sister? Mary.
Jackie was so fucking horny.
She was so horny.
She was so horny that it got me horny.
Yeah. You know what? Anytime before I went out to parties at Bradley, and I just need like, man, I need to be in a better headspace because I gotta have
227.
I gotta have
VHS.
sex. You know what? I'm gonna watch me some 227, and there she was, like an angel, delivering me from perdition. Here comes Jack A. Mary, and then I went out and got laid. No, the reason why Mattel went with this, the previous revisit of He-Man did not go well. And here they are, they're in a similar situation with Gene Shalapon again. So they decided to go with familiar territory and a return to the He-Man style. And honestly, these action figures did look good. They took a chance on one wave. Unfortunately, the series just did not last long enough and was not popular enough to necessitate a second wave or a third season. But you did get, some supporting product, one of which you did mention. You, of course, had your typical fare, puzzles, school supplies, party supplies,
TV trays.
Lunch boxes. No evidence for a TV tray.
Boo.
That I know of, but it could be out there.
There's an Alf TV tray.
We're going to have to wrap this up. Dustin's fading.
Why was TV trays a popular thing?
It's something else you could sell with branding on it.
Sit on your couch, a piece of metal with hinges over your lap with your frozen TV dinner.
With your Dinty Moore stew,
Yeah, put your
Hungry
cat
Man
on
dinner.
Yo!
Hey, Willie, I'm going to eat this pussy. Alf, I don't appreciate your double entendre. Oh my God, Blake Clayton, help me out with Alf. Your Choo Choo Fireman really reminds me of Willie.
No, it's Ray Romano and Christopher Walken.
That's exactly what it is. He's right. It's 100% right.
Oh no, Country
no.
Bear Hall.
Country Bear Hall is falling. Deborah.
Choo choo fireman. Did you hear that episode 300? Is that where you heard that?
Yeah, but every once in a while, I think you did something recently and it popped up.
did
I don't.
I?
You may have. I don't know. Choo Choo Fireman for some reason was in my head.
One of my all-time favorites.
Choo Choo Fireman. Oh, Blake Clayton.
He needs him now more than ever.
Yeah, no kidding.
Needs him now more than ever. Marvel Comics did put out a 3-issue miniseries that debuted in December of 1993
With like interlocking covers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Let's go 1990s.
Yeah.
Just like the relaunch of X-Men #1 by Jim Lee.
Yeah, we're gonna frame them all. Or something.
Yeah.
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 We'll put them all next to each other and it'll look really cool.
Do you guys know what those comics are about? Because
No.
they got the 2 series, and then you got the video game, which if you play it to its completion, kind of wraps up the
The
story.
video game came out 2 years after.
Right. But where does that comic fit in there, if at all?
I think it's just an adventure or setting the table for more adventures to come.
Okay.
Because this final issue released in February of 94. Now, 95 saw a very late to the game release of said video game
Yeah, I was graduating 8th grade. I gave no shit.
by Enix for Super Nintendo. The game took 2 years to complete in regards to its development. And gameplay, it was not.
It looked fine.
It looked fine. It looked very similar to
Zelda-ish.
I was going to say very Zelda adjacent Tosher.
I think that's what they were going for. I think the reviews of the game were bad, and like I said, I skimmed through the entire playthrough of the game. It did not look awesome. So, whatever.
2 years to develop it. Was
say-
that standard procedure back then? Like,
I would
did
say
it take
so.
a while
a
to
year or two?
Yeah.
Did you say Onyx? Is that what you
Coding
said?
takes time.
Enix, ENIX.
Let the boys be boys. Am I right?
Slam!
Is that right?
It's not Onyx, but we can let boys be boys, I suppose.
Onyx means black.
If you didn't know. Now,
Mary.
we've hinted at it. The game does at least deliver a form of closure that we would not receive from the show, as it was canceled before any sort of resolution
They got
happened.
returned to the regular time?
Yes. In the game, part of the gameplay, if you collect all the keys of truth, you free King Arthur and his knights, he congratulates you and thanks you, and you go back to the future.
The
Marty.
first key was brought up in episode 11. That was the first of the keys.
That's the first time.
the first time.
Yeah. 12 guys.
They had high hopes for this show.
Okay, well, here's a
There's
question.
like
I have.
12 episodes in season 1. So
13.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
And
13.
And they
So,
don't
yeah.
get to the first key to the 11th episode.
11th
Yeah.
episode.
And here's what I read. Each of the 12 knights of the round table, each one of them, only individually can they touch their own key.
Yeah, they even say it in the cartoon. They're like, "Oh shit, Doug, that's your key. We can't touch it. You should probably touch it."
11 episodes in.
Yeah.
We're finally getting to it.
So they had some mighty lofty goals, I think.
Here's my question about the show, though, is that it's a fictional football team. They don't even say NFL. It's just a fictional football.
They could have been Canadian.
Another player, they're the New York Knights. They're not
The
Canadian.
New York
Then they
Knights.
could not have been Canadian.
And you watch.
One of their players drives them.
They're in the XFL.
That's my question. Is that you have you watch NFL,
Yeah.
American football, and it's 11 men on a team, and yet this has a 12th person. How great would it be if it was like the equipment manager or like the water boy, like some horrible weakling that was like he got sucked into this by some. Is the 12th person the driver of the bus?
It
though?
was everybody on that bus. And they were all players.
Even the driver of the bus was a player.
I think so.
So there's no coach, there's no defensive coach, there's no offensive coach, there's no equipment, there's none of that. It's just everyone on
They're
the
like
bus.
a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drove to the separate location.
Mystery Incorporated.
The next game, but it was only players on the bus.
It is almost Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Did you watch the first episode? Did you watch the pilot of King Arthur?
I watched the first few episodes. I jumped into season 2 and watched a few.
How crazy is that scene where they're on the bus and then they're like,
It's the end of the world, man.
yeah, they lose control.
Yeah.
And they can't, the guy refuses to take his foot off the pedal. They go into some tunnel, and then right when they're about to ready to crash through a wall, they transport to the past.
Yep.
It's crazy. I would not recommend watching it.
No, I watched episode 11.
That's
I'm
all
good.
you need. I'm sure
That's all
that's
I
all you
needed.
need.
They had the key.
Magic.
And
No keys in the first one.
Oh yeah, no, I went straight to the important shit.
There you go. But yes, they end up getting sent back to the future and going home. Speaking of going home, the series was made available for home release in 2010 by Image Entertainment.
2010.
Who delivered?
It took over 20 years for this to be available.
Yep. Who? No, it didn't. It took 18 years. It came out in
close
1992.
to 20.
You said over. If you said close to 20,
okay.
I'm sorry. You gotta get your shit together, Suze.
All right.
Get your shit together, Suze. No, all 26 episodes in a 3-disc set. The series can also be streamed for free on Tubi, Peacock, and free channel of choice by Jason, Pluto TV.
Oh, it's on Pluto?
Yes.
I watched them on YouTube. It is a questionable stream.
You're right.
Yeah. Tubi and Pluto both have season 1.
Okay.
Both seasons are available on Peacock for free.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny to me, like these big streaming services where like you'll hear like a news update that they're purging all this shit.
Yeah.
And fucking like King Arthur and the Knights of Justice survives somehow.
Yeah.
That's
Probably
insane.
because they forget they even have it, and the licensing to have it on there is
Maybe.
like nickels.
Maybe that's it.
A penny farthing.
It's crazy to me that stuff survives
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
I think it would all be
get
just
it.
relegated to YouTube, perpetuity. But
You would think.
not the case.
No, I don't know. But as far as what's going on nowadays with the property, absolutely nothing. There is no revisit. There is no retro line. There is nothing. It is more like, aside from fondly and or vaguely remembered by people, it's a deadline.
Sectors did half of the episodes, and they got a weird reboot, right? Right?
They did just over a fourth of the episode.
They only did 6-7 episodes?
6 episodes. Remember, it was a 6-episode miniseries by Ruby Spears.
And they get a reboot.
And
But King Arthur doesn't. Where's the justice?
Where is the
where is the love?
Where is the love? But hey, we're gonna look for while we kick the commercial. We're gonna go look for the love. We'll be back after these brief messages. Oh, I'll hold you.
The Fox Tuesday night movie, The O.J. Simpson Story, will continue.
Thursday on Groundhog Day, a blizzard is hitting Fox. Martin and his friends are snowed in.
Pam, how much food you got stored up in your cheeks?
On Martin. Then, inside this van, 2 desperate people are trapped.
I have to go.
And time is running out. On Living Single, TV Nation's Michael Moore hosts Fox Thursday night.
Wednesday, how far will Kelly go?
Now you face a difficult test.
To become teacher's pet.
I'll do anything.
A brand new 90210. Then, thousands of screaming fans can't be wrong. Spend the night with the guys who love to party. A brand new Party of 5, Wednesday after 90210.
Here I come!
He's got the moves.
Are you some kind of idiot?
The look. The brains.
Oh, really, Ford? Really?
But to get his inheritance, he needs a diploma.
I can do this if I set my mind to it.
Class, say hello to Billy Madison.
Adam Sandler.
Now you're all in big trouble.
Billy Madison.
You want some more of that? I didn't think so!
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 10th at theaters everywhere.
Well, what a good time.
Wow.
Wowie, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Gents.
Huh.
That is a close to the odd and the obscure month. I wanted to shake things up a little bit. You asked me at the end of Make Mine Marvel Month, which was absolutely nothing but 90s Marvel animation and a little bit of a task.
Yeah.
And I think I was by the time it was all
So are
said
we.
and done with, and I'm sure you guys were too. I wanted things to be shook up a little bit.
Shooky levy.
I wanted things to be a little shooky levy this month. So what did we think of this month's theme of properties?
Let's recap all the things that we talked about. Real quick.
Yes.
So we did Sex Stars.
We did.
And then we did Golden Girl.
Bingo.
And then we did Mad Balls.
That's a bingo.
And then we did this.
Right now,
Yeah.
King Arthur,
Yeah.
Knights of Justice.
Mad Balls may be the only thing I truly knew.
Yeah. For sure.
That's the only one you had
sure.
any connection to.
Yeah.
I think that is the one property that all three of us had any kind of connection or memory of at the same time. Now, every single property I had some memory of. That's the only one we all had some sort of shared.
And then we say Mad Balls was kind of like an amalgamation of Nerf and Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, it's
right?
yeah.
That's kind of perfect.
That is beyond perfect.
Beyond perfect. I mean, I don't know if we're choosing favorites or something, but that's
you can.
That's what I remember the most.
If there was a favorite of these 4 episodes, a favorite episode or a favorite property, yeah, by all means. If you had a favorite, go for it.
I would say Mad Balls.
Mad Balls.
The cartoon was terrible, but the toy was fun. It was weird and different and fun.
Yes, I
but like if you threw it against a wall, God knows how it would bounce off that wall because of all the ridges.
It's not completely spherical. It is stitches and
protruding eyes and stitches and vomit and whatever.
Yes, it's truly a roulette wheel of where it's going to bounce.
I think the King Arthur show was not particularly well written, if you ask me. No. But like, I don't know how well written any kid show has to be. But the idea of like medieval and King Arthur is cool. I guess mixing it with like football is cool and magic. And I will say the animation is good for it.
Yeah,
I did like the animation. But I don't know. Watching it as an adult, I think like the storytelling is shit. But there's a lot of good things about the King Arthur cartoon.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. And I do enjoy the animation in it. And in general, I enjoyed animation that was associated with Gene Chalopin. He did manage to, his studios, his background, they did manage to put out some pretty good product. Were the stories weak? Yeah, it wasn't, it's not like fucking Burroughs. It's Saturday morning cartoon to end up selling some product. It's not going to be, Pulitzer Prize winning. But, I could see if I was 4 or 5 watching it, yeah, I would have been engaged with it.
In the episode that I saw, there was a lot of action.
Yeah.
That counts when you're a kid.
Hell yeah. Like there's action, adventure.
What's that?
And the theme song.
Yeah, it's pretty rocking.
You got a good theme song drawing you in. You have a lot of action. You have bad guys. You have weapons. You have magic. There's a lot of good things going on here for it. Now,
I saw a dragon. I saw a goat.
The giant ram.
Yeah. They came off the shield and head-butted shit.
That is correct, sir.
And it was
I watched that same episode.
So one guy's like, I'll generate a sword.
Hey, yo, I got a ram.
One guy's like, I'll generate a brick wall. But the other guy's, what did he do?
His shield, he can summon a giant ram.
I kind of sound like Rocky, and I got a ram on my shield.
It's just,
hey, Paulie, I got something else for you, the fuck.
A small animal? Is that what it is?
No, it's a giant ram.
Oh, it's a giant ram.
Megafauna.
Okay.
Magical megafauna. So I mean, there was a lot of cool things, I think, in the show. I think it's one of those cases of it was the 90s and things were changing.
It was barely the 90s and things were changing.
Well, you think about it, beginning of the 90s, a lot of people. You had a lot of stuff competing for, just like in the early and mid 80s, you had a lot of stuff competing for our attention. One of the red hot, as Jason is wont to say, as the devil's dick, Batman the Animated Series was coming out around that time. X-Men was out around that time. So you had some stuff really competing for eyeballs. You had to make your mark. And I don't know, man, being a little kid in the 90s, it's kind of hard to compete against fucking Wolverine and Batman, So I think that is part of the problem with this and part of why it failed. It was competing against some heavies back then. So, but that is going to wrap up our walk down memory lane. That is going to wrap up the odd and the obscure month. But please come on back next Monday. We're kicking off a new month, and it is of course themed. And I'm trying to make it fun and engaging for these two cats. We are entering Music Mayhem Month, and we are starting it with celebrating This Is Spinal Tap on its 40th anniversary.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to be diving into that, and we should have a special guest schedule as long as there's no kind of interferences.
I had lunch with our special guest about a week and a half ago.
Did you? How is he?
He's good, and he says he's ready to do it.
That's
Another
awesome.
Peoria legend.
A Peoria legend, Mr. Marty Wambacher will be making his Yesterdaze debut. You've heard him on Couch Pilots. You've heard him on Radio Rewind. And we are looking forward to sitting down with him and talking about this.
We talked
classic.
about this is Spinal Tap a little bit. And he had some interesting stories, and I can't wait for him to regurgitate them back here on the show.
Yes, he didn't spill all the tea, but when him and I were talking on Twitter, he's like, "Oh, I got stories about that."
Yeah,
I'm like, "I'm looking forward." And then what's funny is he is potentially joining us for 2 episodes. I will spoil the week following. We are covering the adult animated anthology movie Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
And when I mentioned that to him, he's like, "Oh, I was never really into heavy metal." I go,
Right.
"Oh, no. The animated movie." He goes, "That I was very much into." So I think he's looking forward to that. I think it should be a lot of fun. And we are going to follow Heavy Metal up with a very deep cut movie from Canadian company Nelvana, Rock and Rule.
I have the DVD for that.
Yeah, we do, thanks to Johnny Boy, one of our patrons. And then we are going to end the month of March with a little treat for Dustin and Jay. Really, all 3 of us, but I specifically picked this because
Are we doing an episode on 311?
Nope.
Oh.
I really wanted something a lot of fun for Dustin and Jason.
Mm-hmm.
We will end the month of March with Weird Al. We are going to get into Weird Al.
All right.
So March should be a lot of fun. It's going to be musical. It's going to be mayhem. It's going to be madness. We're going to love it. Gentlemen, plugs.
I got plugs. Plugs?
Outside of Radio Rewind.
Listen to Craft Beer Digest. It's a show that Dustin did with the owner and creator of White Oak Brewing in Bloomington,
If you can
Illinois.
find it, wow. Because I don't
Good
think
on
it's
you.
available anymore.
Yeah. Did you guys travel for that show?
No. Well,
I thought there was some
we did a
traveling.
couple episodes on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a couple.
Champagne
you did a couple
and
remotes.
stuff.
Is that guy still involved in White? What was his name?
Brian.
Was he still
He's
involved?
the owner, yeah.
He still owns it?
Yeah.
Do you have any contact with him?
When I go there,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Dustin's been involved in a lot of podcasts.
Yeah,
I
if you can't tell.
That's
You
one
can't
that he
tell.
did with the owner of a
They
local craft
hired
brewery.
me to produce a podcast, and they were like, "Hey, do a podcast like this other podcast." And I'm like, "That's not what I do."
What other?
We want you to
podcast?
do this.
There was another beer podcast, and he was like, "Listen to this podcast and then do that."
Do you remember which one it was? Because you say a, but there's a million.
It was
God,
it was a beer podcast.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called.
So they're trying to replicate that, but like make their local craft beer company.
And
the
I was
star
like,
of
"Don't
it.
do that. Do your own thing. We'll be better." And we did it for like 15 episodes.
It was
and-
you and him were the hosts.
Yeah.
And you had guests on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just eventually he's like, I'm just gonna ignore his phone calls.
Yeah. They stopped. Like I was getting paid.
But you did like 12, 15 of those, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just disappeared, which is too bad because
That's a shame.
Yeah.
craft beer was really popping back then. And to a degree it still is.
Yeah. I don't think it's as
It was-
popular now as it was when he was doing that.
Yeah.
It was fucking white hot when he was doing Craft Beer Digest.
You call him Dustin Whitehot instead of Wyckoff?
Yeah. Yeah,
He
that's what
rides-
I called him then.
He rides the vanguard of popular culture.
No,
I sound really cool.
What is there something you would like to promote there, Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. One, I'd like to promote this show because if you're listening to it, I want to say keep listening to it.
Please do.
Good call. Good
Because
call.
I think we got good things coming. They can't all be King Arthur and the whatever this is. They'll get better.
How many people do you think subscribe to the show like, oh, God, I can't wait till they do King Arthur.
Yeah, few.
I can't fucking wait till
Yeah.
I'm going to keep subscribing till they do King
They're that
Arthur.
meme of the black guy behind the tree.
Yeah, and then we talk about Radio
Or Shaquille O'Neal
Rewind
just
on
shaking.
the Drunken Lullabies feed on Fridays, and I
Every
encourage
Friday.
everybody to listen to that. But
That's a fun one.
It is.
Yeah.
But something else I would tell people that they should listen to. Listen to your conscience.
Oh, that's good. Smart.
Like, it's early in the year, and you may be trying to like figure out who am I? What do I want to do? Like, who am I this year?
Right.
How can I rebrand myself?
Yeah.
You may not need to rebrand. Some people, yeah, you probably should rebrand. But some of you, you're good how you are.
Mm-hmm.
And just listen to your heart of hearts. And it'll steer you right.
Sometimes the heart of your brand, it's been inside you the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't need a
Hey,
Scott
guy.
Knightleck to tell you how
You're
to
not
do
that
it.
bad. You know, just
Say hi to your conscience for me.
Hey, yeah. Say hi to your personal
I
Jesus
just want
for
to be
me.
everybody's personal Jiminy Cricket.
You are in charge of your own fate. Every moment is a chance to turn it around.
Yeah.
You are the author of your own story.
Nothing is guaranteed. This show may not continue. I have no idea. But if it doesn't, fucking I hope the best for you. So get yourself right and then enjoy
And get
our
your
show.
dick right.
Yeah.
Well said. Very well said.
Very good, Dustin.
Thanks.
Very good.
I don't promote just myself. I promote everybody.
Very good. Very good. Well, folks, you can, of course, engage with these fellers on X at DutchStick11 or Dutch. Is it DutchStick? God, I can't remember.
It's
DutchStick11.
DutchStick11.
Yeah. Your deep thoughts really took me into the ether.
Good.
DutchStick11 or Couch Pilots Pod.
He won't respond.
He may. You don't know. It could be New Year, new Jason.
I'm looking at my hands right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just because I'm a little buzzed or not.
Could be. But I think you both are a little lit.
But I'm really white.
You
Like,
are.
Look how white I am.
You are frighteningly white, and as soon as it's like warm and sunny, you gotta start walking around and get a little color in you.
Look how white I am.
You have a ghostly pallor.
My God, I feel like
you sat your hands down before you said it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's porcelain.
I'm fucking white. Anyway, I'll respond to you this year.
You can, of course, engage with me at Derek J. Hoover or at Yesterday's Pod. Please take the time to leave a little review of our humble little podcast if you don't mind. We want to know what people think. And speaking of knowing what people think, feel free to send some feedback at yesterdayspod@gmail.com. We, of course, encourage you to visit yesterdaysmedia.com for little write-ups about the properties that we're covering, as well as seeing a schedule of upcoming episodes. If you are in the position to help our little show grow, won't you please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/yesterdayspodcast. Folks, that is going to put a pin on the odd and the obscure month and wrap it up this week for Yesterday's, but please come back and we will see you next Monday.
Make that show grow.